Just a quick
Hi.
mic check, Priya, if we can hear you as well. If you can say something.
Can
Yeah,
you
we
hear
can
me?
hear. We can hear you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
So, Ashok, shall we begin now?
Yes, sir.
Perfect. Perfect. So, first of all, ladies and gentlemen, let me welcome you all today to this lovely webinar, to this lovely talk. I know at ICFP we have been doing a lot of talks around CFP program, but today somehow we have a very distinguished and a very different speaker today. Because of late, if you would have seen the last 4 or 5 webinars that we had very seasoned people coming in. Somebody like Lovai Navlakhi or FPSB CEO Noel Mai himself coming in, and then Arun Thukral, Axis ex CEO. All these guys were coming. Silpa came last week, last to last week. So a little oldies were coming. We thought, why not bring a very young and dynamic person? Somebody whom you and me can relate to. Someone who is young, dynamic, aggressive, and is of your generation. Okay, so that's what the thought was, and yes, the kind of responses that we got, the kind of registrations that we got, that shows that yes, you really connect with Ms. Priya Bhardwaj. So let me just give a quick intro about Priya. So Priya has a very stellar academic record. Priya did her BCom honors from DU and then went on to do her masters in international trade. She has studied at IIM Lucknow, and then for a change, she has been a professor as well. So she was a associate professor of finance at IP University, and then yes, she chose to be a financial planner. So that's what the agenda for the day is, to hear out from her. Somebody who has seen so much of diversity and studied at one of the most premier institutions in the country, coming from there, opting to be into financial planning profession. And as of now, she works with Ameriprise, which again happens to be one of the largest, or probably the largest, financial planning firm in the world. So she is somebody who can take you through the entire journey of why she chose to be a financial planner, what potential she saw in being a CFP, and then being a CFP over the last 5 years working with a company like Ameriprise. What has been her experience like, and that's what we want to hear from Priya today. Ladies and gentlemen, before I hand over to Priya, guys, two ground rules for the day. One, we have essentially kept all of you on mute, just because so that if when Priya speaks, we all are having clear background voice. So that's the reason. Uh, so that's one. Second, but that doesn't allow you. That doesn't say that you will not be asking your questions. You can raise hands using your Zoom panel, and my team is there. Ashok, Krishan, they are from my team. They will be allowing you to unmute yourself, and then you can ask your question. Or alternatively, you can write questions in the chat. We will take up the questions from there too. Yeah. So that's what the format is. We will begin with Priya, and then after Priya is done, we will also be sharing a few updates on the CFP new curriculum, what is inside the new curriculum, what is the study plan and all that, so that you kind of get all information about CFP program today. Yeah, so that's what the structure for the talk is going to be. So Priya, once again, welcome, and thank you so much, Priya, for accepting this invite and joining us. I know your time is very precious, but then still you accepted to be here today. So thank you so much, Priya, and over to you.
Thank you so much, Rajesh, and thank you so much for calling me young, because I have started feeling old. But yeah, you have given me that energy again. So thank you for that, and I hope everyone is keeping well, everyone is keeping safe, and all your family members, everyone as well. It is good to see people on cam. If some more people can switch on their cam so that I can see them as well, that would be great, because I would want this to be an interactive session and not only me speaking. So if whenever you feel like asking any questions, you can just unmute, as Rajesh mentioned, and we can have a connect. All right. As Rajesh mentioned about my background, yes, I am a BCom honors graduate from Delhi University. I then did my MCom in international finance. Post that, I did UGC NET and JRF in commerce, and I started my career as an assistant professor with IP University. So while I was in the teaching profession, I I was always wanting to do something more, and I was not. I was very happy there. However, I wanted to do something more and explore the world. So one fine day, I was just using the Google tab, and I was just searching what's new in the finance industry. And when we talk about finance, we come for courses like CFA or FRM. But then I heard that there is a course named CFP. I was very curious to know what it is. I Googled the things, I started researching about it, and I came to know that it is personal finance. And a person like me who loves traveling, who has no control on expenses, and who just wants to retire as soon as she can, it was very important to manage my finances. So what I did was I researched about the course, I went into the course, and I started learning what personal finance is. I have been a very futuristic person. Futuristic in the sense I am always very curious of what future is, so I keep on planning. And for me, planning is bringing future to present. So that's why I chose financial planning, and it's been 5 good years in the industry. I'm working with Ameriprise since 5 years, and it has been a great experience working with Ameriprise. I assist almost 30 financial advisors in the US and work on around 800 financial plans every year. So that's the background of what I am doing currently. After 5 years in Ameriprise, I felt like doing something more, and I wanted to go into the leadership profile. So I researched more, and luckily I got into IIM Lucknow, and I just graduated from there as a young leader, young leader, and now I am in Ameriprise, just adding on to more responsibilities, taking up some leadership programs and leadership coachings as well. So this was a brief about my background. I would like to start with a video. I'll share my screen, I'll show you all a video, and then we'll start. Please let me know once you are able to see my screen.
Yeah, we can see your
Are
screen.
you able to see?
Yes, yes.
Okay.
Sir, you are mute. Rajesh, sir, you are mute.
Priya, we can't hear anything. So is the video on mute or?
No, the video is not on mute. So it's just a sound effect.
Okay.
Are you
Ma'am,
not able to see it?
ma'am, while sharing, just check, just beside the sharing button, there is a check box. Share the audio also when you are sharing
Okay.
the video. Stop the sharing once.
Okay. Has the sharing stopped?
Yes,
Yeah,
yes, ma'am.
Okay.
There is a there is a button for audio sharing also.
I'm getting this page. I'm not planning is necessary. Of getting this. Exactly. So it actually shows how important planning is. And financial planning, if I talk about US, it is one of the most important profession, I would say. Is one of the, CFP is one of the most demanded education in the US, because every other company is actually doing financial planning. You talk about Wells Fargo, Fidelity, Vanguard, or Ameriprise for that sake. Ameriprise is one of the largest financial planning company in the US. Everybody is doing financial planning there. And for India, it is a very recent concept. However, it is growing significantly. So now you know how important financial planning is. I would like to talk about the skills you need for financial planning. The first very important skill for financial planning is the communication and interpersonal skills. So what do you want is you have to have an interpersonal relation with your clients. If you don't have that personal relation connect with your clients, you won't be a good advisor for sure, because you need to communicate your ideas, your thoughts to your clients in a very layman language. Anybody can come and tell that you need to invest in this particular ticker or something, but having that personal connect with the clients is very important. So whenever I talk to my advisors, so I mentioned that I work with around 30 American advisors, and I have a personal connect with all of them. So all of them are actually connected with me on social media. They keep on pinning me. I got married recently, so everybody was actually wanting to come to my marriage. However, due to COVID, my marriage was restricted to only 50 people. So that's how relationship building you do when you are into this field. It is very important that you have that relationship with your client. Financial knowledge, business knowledge is, of course, that's mandatory. However, with that, the non-financial skills are very important if you want to survive in this industry. So first I talked about communication and interpersonal skills. The next very important skill is the ability to handle stress. So when money comes, money brings a lot of stress. We all know. Anyone who has money is stressed. People who don't have money are stressed. Everybody is stressed because of money. So the ability to handle stress is very important. You should know how to handle your stress about changes in the market, because obviously your clients will keep on bothering you once the markets are down and their money is stuck or something. They'll keep on pinning you or bothering you, but you should know how to handle that stress. The third very important skill needed for a financial planning analyst is the attention to details. You cannot miss on to even the smallest detail. I'll tell you why. Because just like doctors take care of medical health of a client, of a patient, and psychiatrists take care of mental health of the clients. CFPs are the ones who take care of financial health of the client. So you're nothing less than a doctor in this case. You are a doctor for the financial health of the client. So you have to pay attention to the minute details of the clients. Clients, when you the major challenge what we face as the financial advisor are collecting the data from the clients. So when we ask the client about the data, they give us some random things. They don't give us the minute details, and then later on come with the complaints that we missed onto this and that. So as an advisor, you have to be very much aware of the details you need to collect from the clients. It is very important so that the flow of the financial plan is very systematic. The fourth skill is analytical skill to problem solving. What do you mean by analytical skill? If anybody would like to answer that in the chat box. Ma'am, can an introvert become financial advisor. Why not? I was an introvert. I still am camera shy, but I am a financial advisor. Anybody can, that's the beauty of the course. Anybody from any background, be that from engineering background, you don't even need financial background for CFP. I'm sure you must be knowing because you must be trying to get into this field. Anybody can get into the advisory field if you have that interest, if you have that empathy, if you are willing to make that difference in your client's life. You can do this course easily. Making sense of the data, finding the problem. Okay. Skills which analyze the impact in data properly. Collection of data, how you take decisions using quantitative and qualitative data. Exactly. So analyzing the data correctly is very important. That is what analytical skills are. If you cannot analyze the data, you cannot proceed with the problem the client has. For example, I'll share an incident that happened, I guess last year, when I was taking a call with my advisor. So my advisor said that Priya, what shall we do? Do you think that we need to suggest an insurance to this particular client? I was like, yes. He was like, why? Like, see, the client is only 35 years old. The retirement age we've taken is 65. The person has around 30 years for retirement. If the person gets disabled, what will be the source of income? And the advisor was like, but the client is not willing. I kept on pushing the advisor that, we should suggest disability because disability at a young age is very important. So somehow the advisor got convinced. He gave the disability insurance to the client. The client also, after many no's, finally accepted it. And after a year, the client met with an accident and got disabled. So that is what the attention to detail and analysis was at that particular time, that it was so important for the client to buy that insurance. And if the client wouldn't have bought that insurance, she would have not left with any money during the disability phase. So that is what kind of a difference you can make for your clients. And not only for the clients, financial planning is something which you can do for yourself as well. Trust me, I've been better off with my finances after I've done CFP, because I was one person using my credit cards. And later, when I used to do all the debt consolidation and debt optimization for my clients, I realized that what I'm doing with my finances. And I started implementing those ideas in my personal life. When I was implementing those in my personal life, I realized that I'm just paying so much interest on all my credit cards, and better would be to optimize and to consolidate all my credit cards. And I actually did that. So it is not restricted to only the clients. It is a vast what do I say, field which you can apply to yourself as well. Any questions you have so far? I hope I'm not going too quickly. You are able to relate. Splitting your data. Let me go through the questions. The skills, splitting your data, situation. Is CFP globally? Yes, definitely. It is globally acceptable. That's why I did it, because I wanted to move out to US, but I didn't, as I got married, so I didn't go. But yeah, it is globally accepted. And outside India, it is in a huge demand, huge demand. Even in India, because people are getting more cautious, it is growing. Every day you come to know about CFP more and more. For joining. As for CFP journey, sure. Any other question? CFA versus CFP. CFA is more related to company finance. So when you talk about CFP role in Indian context, I'll take up that as well. So CFP versus CFA versus CFP, I'll take that question. CFA is related to company finance. And CFP is entirely related to personal finance. So you will not be dealing with any company data, any company what do we say that cash flow or income statement or anything. No, it's CFP is more like CA of personal finance. So you'll be just like CAs do the personal things. Similarly, CFP does the same. And the beauty of CFP is that you can actually have your own practice as well. Just like CAs, you can have your own practice and have this CFP thing involved. Next question. I'm currently working in a bank and want to pursue CFP. What will be growth opportunities? In banking, it is very important because banking again involves personal touch, and in banking also you have this relationship management and everything. So CFP is in a great demand in banking industry. It is in great demand in large. Just
Priya, you seem to have lost the connection probably. Priya, I can see you live, but I can't see your screen or maybe your video and your audio. I can't hear.
yeah, I'm sorry it got disconnected. I hope I'm audible now.
Yeah, you are. You are.
Okay. All right. Can fresher get job after doing CFP in or even India? If so, what is the pay scale and growth? Okay, so I'm not in HR and I wouldn't be talking about the pay scale. But yes, a fresher can get a job easily and after doing CFP. You can join a bank or you can join Ameriprise. Ameriprise keep on uh, accepting a CFP. So yeah, you can join Ameriprise as well. So I hit that most of the banks hire direct sales of financial products. What was your question, Vibhuti? What was your question before this? Because I can just read, but most of the banks hire for direct sales of financial products. Did you ask anything before this? Can you now share your approach on how you plan to pass this exam? Okay, so planning to pass this exam, there is no rocket science in passing this exam. You just have to join a good institute, have good teachers, and practice as much as you can, solve as many questions as you can, take up real life examples, try to prepare financial plans, try to use Excel most, because I'm not sure if the format of the exam is still the same or not, that Rajesh will take up. However, practicing the questions, learning from good teachers, I'm sure the institute is providing you with many good teachers. This is one of the most reputed institute, we all know. So just practice and have a very good command on Excel. That will help you in clearing the exam. The exams are not tough. They are, if you have spent good amount in doing all, and you should have that structured approach, like keep gap between the modules, focus on one module, then register for the other one, then register for the other one. Don't be in the rush of completing the. I know this course can be done in about 6 months, but don't be in the rush of just getting the degree. Spend around an year, learn through the course. When you learn through the course, you will get a lot of experience which you can actually use in your interviews later on. I hope that answered your question. I'm not sure who asked because I'm getting a lot of questions. Okay, I am currently CFP and PGDM Finance. Okay, so CFP is a worldwide recognized qualification. You can use the credentials with it, with your name, and you can open up your own practice after a particular time of, and after gathering particular years of experience. So that's what CFP is. Does CFP good for getting jobs as a portfolio manager? Yes, it is. How to do it? How to do it being in first year of college? So that's the best time to do it, I would say, because while you are studying you can do things with the flow, but when once you are over with your studies, coming back to studies with job is very difficult. So I'll personally share my example. Doing IIM with job was very difficult for me because I had to prepare so many assignments and match so many deadlines at my work as well as at my college. So yeah, that's more difficult. However, if you are in your first year, you can definitely go for this course. This will only uh, add up to your qualification, and you'll have more job opportunities once you are out of your college. Okay, there are so many questions. I'm sorry I'm not able to answer all the questions, but whatever I can see, I'm trying to answer those.
Priya, there are certain questions regarding the CFP exam, the timelines, etc. So don't worry, even if you skip them, post your conversation, I will be talking about the new curriculum, the timelines, and all that.
Okay.
So that will
Okay.
be covered. Yeah.
Oh, okay. I'm not good at accounting. Can I lost that question.
So he was asking that he's not good at accounting. Still, will this course be good to him? Can he do this? And there was one
Yes,
question.
yes, you don't need I am not good in accounting as well. I am very poor in accounting. Though I used to teach cost accounting while I was a teacher, but still I'm not good at accounting. But yeah, you can do it even if you're not good at accounting. Somebody asked me that he's 50 and can he do this? I missed that question as well. Not good in accounting. So there's no accounting part in CFP. It's and CFP is not about just crunching on the numbers or just uh, seeing about the investments and everything. It is a holistic approach. It has a holistic approach. It combines of everything. It combines of your emergency funds, insurance needs, retirement needs, travel needs, everything. I've completed all my exam. What is the next step here, ma'am? You've already done. Start applying in the companies. I know that because of the COVID, things are not normal right now. However, there are many openings with Ameriprise as well as outside Ameriprise as well. You can apply in banks. Banking industry is vast and they do require CFPs. Missing on to that question that someone asked about he's 50 and retired. Rajesh, if you know that question, could you
Yeah, so
please help me out?
he's 50. He's from army background. He retired from army. How
Hmm.
is CFP beneficial to him?
Okay, sir. So you are retired from army and now you have time to spend for the finances, to understand the finances. Yes, it is beneficial, as there's one another person who did this, and the company name is Hum Fauji. That is related to army, and all the wealth manager people are there. You can definitely go into this if you're interested in personal finance and pursue this. It's not only that you have to apply it for the outside world. Personal finance is something that you can do for yourself as well. So at any age, any qualification, CFP is really beneficial. After doing,
Mr. Dhilan, just to add to what Priya said, so we have a lot of army background, army retired people. We have students who are from merchant navy or navy retired, and they are pursuing. And the person that Priya was talking about, Colonel Sanjeev Govila. So
yeah.
Colonel Sanjeev is the founder of Hum Fauji. Hum Fauji today is one of the premier financial planning firms based out of India. And I think another 2 weeks, and we will have Colonel Govila's wife, Bindu Govila, talking here as well. And she would be talking about her journey and all that. So she would be another guest like Priya coming up and sharing. So yes, what I'm trying to say is there are people who come from different backgrounds and then get into this because they kind of find their own sweet spot. So the sweet spot that Colonel Govila found was that he said that I'll be creating a firm which will do financial planning only and only for army background people, right? So he made a speciality there. He discovered a speciality there. Yeah. So over to you, Priya, again.
Yeah. Okay. Fee duration. I'm not good in communication. I'm not good in communication and have 8-year experience in banking industry. Please suggest me CFP is good for my career. So yes, see, in order to grow in your career, you need to have good communication skills. So it will be very good if you keep on building up to your communication skills, and the more you try to communicate with people, the better it gets. And CFP would actually provide you that path, I would say, because even I was a very introvert person. I was not very much communicative with people. However, because of the profession and the job I am in right now, I've started being so well in the communication front. And yes, I don't think that will actually overkill your this communication barrier as well. So that will also cover up with CFP. Okay, is really good compared to. All right. Any other questions, or shall I move ahead?
Priya, I can see there are two persons who have raised hands who may be willing to talk to you. So if you allow, I can unmute them one by one. Ashok, Ashok, if you can unmute Mr. Rashmin Gore, he was the first to raise hands.
Okay, sir. Hi, Rashmin ma'am. Please speak.
Hello, hello. Can you hear me?
Yeah, yeah, we can hear you. You can go on.
Yes, I've done my inter CA and ICWA inter, but I could not complete my final. Now I am age is 45. I just wanted to know whether I can go ahead with this course and would be beneficial for me. Hello. Hello.
Yeah, can you hear him, Priya? We can hear you, Rashmin. We
Yes,
can
yes.
hear you. I am just awaiting whether Priya is there. I think she lost her signal again.
Okay. You can tell her accordingly my question.
Okay, yeah. So by the time she joins, probably if I can take the liberty of giving you the answer, Rashmin.
Yes, yes, yes.
Okay.
Please.
So you see, you said you did CA Inter. So
Yeah.
I am a chartered accountant. I come from hardcore accounting background. Okay.
Okay.
So you see, as accountants, the area where we go on to specialize is accounting, audit, that part. What
Right.
we and taxation also. What we probably miss a bit is the personal finance thing.
Right.
CFP as a program helps you specialize into personal finance. Now, because you are a CA inter, so let me tell you honestly, the kind of curriculum or the kind of efforts that is needed to pass out this curriculum of CFP is much lesser than CA, much lesser than
That
CA. Okay,
that's
so
good news.
having studied CA, trust me, it will be a kind of a bacha content for you. It will be very
Okay, okay.
very easy content for you. But yes,
Yes.
of course, you will have a lot of new exposure on the personal finance side. So
Okay.
the whole of the personal finance side. So when I say personal finance, as CAs, what we do not go on to study is more about the investment planning approach, more about
Right.
the risk approach. That all we miss somewhere. Our focus lies more on the accounting and the corporate finance side. So this program helps you bridge that gap.
Okay.
Yeah.
One more question. Is
Yeah.
there any exemption for inter CA
Okay. So
while doing the levels?
earlier there was an exemption for CAs, CA completed,
Okay.
but now June 2020, when the new program, new curriculum of CFP was launched, the entire waiver mechanism has been removed now. So now
Okay.
everyone has to appear at all the exams. There is no exam waiver as such. So that
Okay.
challenge status thing is gone now.
Right. Right. Okay. Thank you. Thank you.
Priya, are you back? Ashok, can you see Priya back?
No, sir. She's not here.
Okay, so maybe she would have lost the connection, but she would be trying to come back. In the meantime, you can go on unmute others, or Ashok, give me a
Yes, sir.
moment. Give me a moment. Give me a moment. I would probably share some more information on CFP program in the meantime. By the time Priya joins, and then
She
we
has
will
joined us, sir.
say join back.
Yes, sir.
Okay.
But Priya ma'am is muted now. Priya ma'am, please unmute yourself. Ma'am, you are still mute.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah. I'm so sorry, my system got crashed, so I had to restart it.
No worries, no worries. Yeah, so I have answered Rashmin, Priya, by the time. We
Yeah,
have other participants waiting to talk to you. So, Ashok, go next.
yeah.
I'm unmuting Manish Kumar.
Okay.
Good afternoon, ma'am.
Good afternoon.
I did a BFIA from Studies Service College of Business Studies, and right now I am preparing for government job. But
Mm-hmm.
I have interest in personal finance, so I'm
Mm-hmm.
also looking forward to doing it. But my question is, you said that you are handling more than 30 US based clients. So do we need all? So did you also study the US tax codes? Because Indian tax codes are already so much complicated, and then we have to study US tax codes also.
Okay. No, so I'm handling 30 American advisors. By that, what I mean that in my company, because we are financial planning company based out of US, so we deal in financial planning of US citizens. And in my company, when I joined, we have a whole 1 month of training where they teach us about US financial planning, and but the concepts which I've taught in CFP, that's the same. The concepts are the same. However, there's a little, for example, in India we have PF or PPF and etc. for retirement. However, in US we have 401k or IRA. So those are the retirement planning accounts and assets. So that's but the underlying thing is the same. That remains the same throughout the world. However, every country has the different names of the accounts and different norms, which if you join that company, the company will teach you, and then you'll carry forward from there.
Ma'am, I was going through the curriculum of CFP. There was one subject on tax planning, I guess,
Yeah,
related
yeah,
to tax.
yeah.
So in that subject, they teach Indian tax system or like international, some generic tax system.
No, in that they are teaching Indian tax planning system. So everything about
Okay.
Indian taxation, they'll teach you that.
So
Rajesh, if the curriculum has not
yeah,
changed,
yeah,
I
yeah.
hope.
So 20 June 2020, when the new curriculum came in, Priya. So now all the modules that you study in CFP has two sub-modules. One is a global sub-module, the other is the Indian sub-module. So coming to
Okay.
taxation, because taxation is something that Manish was specifically asking about. So in the taxation, again, you study global content and you study Indian content. The Indian content had all the Indian taxation framework, the Indian tax laws, the Indian taxation system, everything there. Whereas the global element typically covers about all the cross-border plus US and Canada taxation a bit, not in that much in depth, but a bit about US and Canada and the cross-border. So imagine, so you are dealing with a client who is an NRI, he goes out of US for a few months, maybe a year or so, or 8-9 months. He earns his income there, comes back. Now, how do you, I mean, where is the income being taxed? How to handle that kind of taxation practices? So a lot of other things you get now that gets covered in the curriculum.
Okay, so
Okay.
the taxation part is like we heard the CAs do the most part of the taxation, but there is taxation in CFP also. So do we deal with taxes like how to save taxes, or just we do the financial planning part, and for the taxes clients deal with CA?
So the CAs, they get specialized into, what they study as tax is both corporate tax as well as personal taxation. Okay, in CFP
Okay.
curriculum, what you study is only personal taxation. Okay, you will not be studying anything about corporate tax other than, yes, there is a brush of GST that you study, brush of GST, I'll tell you, not much. But the entire tax bit is all about personal taxation. And that includes everything: tax planning, tax saving, which investment products do you, taxation on the salary income, taxation on house property, taxation on capital gains, taxation on other investments. Everything related to personal taxation is what gets covered in the curriculum.
Thank you, sir. Thank you, ma'am.
Welcome.
Ashok, next.
Next, I'm unmuting Reshma. Reshma, are you there? Yeah.
Yeah, I can hear you. So, hello, Priya ma'am.
Hello.
So, actually, my question is that I have recently cleared the CFP exam 5 through the legacy curriculum. And
Mhm.
actually, I would like to know further, like, is it better to start initially with freelancing, or it's more beneficial to get some experience, working experience with an organization, and then after a few, maybe 6-8 months or a year, start with your own practice? What is more beneficial?
So if you personally ask me this, I would say it is beneficial that you join a company, gain some experience which you can add into your profile, and then open up your practice. Because freelancing, and as it is these days because of COVID, things have changed, and even the startups are not in a good position. So that's why it is always better if you gain out some experience, because whatever you have done till now is theoretical experience. You've done
Yes.
you've done the practical part, only the questions which have come in the exam. However,
Mhm.
you've not dealt with the real life situations. And
Okay.
while you are in a company, so for example, I see real life situation of about 800 American citizens every year. So
Okay.
I am seeing those situations, and that's why I've gained this experience that I can actually implement these in my personal life, or maybe my, my family members' life and things. So you need to actually have a little experience and then go into this freelancing part. However, I love that fact that you are wanting to go into that freelancing thing, and yeah, but I would suggest that you first gain out some experience
Okay.
with
So what salary initially can be expected after getting the certificate of CFP?
so the normal, if you don't have experience, then it is around 4 to 5 lakh, I guess. And if you have experience, it is five. A middle experience, then it is 5 to 8, and
No,
more
actually, the thing
experience.
is, my previous experience was into corporate finance. So for personal
Okay.
finance, I'm actually considered as a fresher only. So,
Okay.
okay.
Okay,
So
but wherever you will go, they will give you a hike as per your previous experience. Uh, they might not consider you as that experience, but on the previous pay scale, I think they should be giving you that hike.
okay.
So
And
they should be considering.
ma'am,
Yeah.
one thing like when I would be starting with my freelancing after gaining some experience for a year or two, like how to get the clients initially, like and what questions basically do someone ask upfrontly while a client comes? What are the set of questions a CFP supposed to ask, and how to retain the client, how to gain more clients, and all that thing?
All right. So this is the last you were asking me. Okay, but I'll try and answer this in as much time as I can. Uh, when you'll be into corporate, you will get experience of what all things you need. That's why I asked you to first go into a corporate, so that you have that pre requirements set up for your freelancing part. There you will learn how you can actually build relationships, because corporate actually teaches you building relationship. From there, the relationship building will come in. Then how you can retain clients is entirely your relationship building. You can be very blunt to the client, but you can be at the very next level, you can be very sweet to the client. You have to make a trade off between that. You don't have to be lying to the client. You don't have to be extra sweet or extra bitter, that how can you even think of retiring at 50 when you don't have any money. You can't be saying that. So you have to be very polite, and you should have that personal connect. Once you have that personal connect, trust me, the client is not going anywhere. The client will be back to you as many times as needed. So that personal connect is very important if you want to retain your clients. What was your other question, Rishma? Rishma?
Like only questions, what questions should be asked when a client comes in terms of what personal finance services they require, like for investment purpose, for retirement purpose, insurance purpose? So what are that set of questions which a CFP should be asking?
So the first thing if you should ask your client is that, is he willing to retire as soon as possible? Anybody would say yes. Right?
Okay.
Anybody would want to retire as soon as they can. And from there you can build on the conversation. So if
Okay.
you show a client that yes, you can help them in retiring soon, yes, you can help them in achieving those goals which they have been striving for, the clients will capture your attention. So that's why
Okay. And ma'am,
that's how.
like as you said, with a corporate, like the initial package to be expected is around 4 to 5 lakh, or maybe a hike to your previous CTC. So while starting with your own practice, what minimum average package I can expect?
So with your own practice, you won't be having a package. That's your own business then. However, that will be a fee that you will be charging your clients. Uh, I'm not sure what fee is currently going in India because of the experience I am having. I know what fee we charge in the US. So I think in India it's around 15,000 rupees a year or something before managing the funds and for preparing the financial plans. So yeah, you can expect around 10 to 15,000 per plan per year.
Ashok, go next.
Okay, next is Daljit.
Hello, ma'am.
Hi, Diljit.
Ma'am, recently I've cleared my CFP through the challenge status, and I'm a CA Interpass, and also approaching for clearing my CA finals. And
Mhm.
I basically wants to go into a portfolio management services area.
Portfolio management service. Could you repeat the question? I lost you.
Ma'am, I have cleared my CA Inter, and I have recently cleared my CFP
Mhm.
from through the challenge status, and
Mhm.
I just want to go into a portfolio management services.
Okay.
Guide me.
Okay. So after, so you have done your CA Inter and you've done your CFP. You want to go into portfolio management, right?
Management services, yeah.
Yeah, and you are working on clearing your CA as well.
Yeah, ma'am. I'm also having individual clients of my own,
Mhm.
like 50 to 60, around 50 to 60, and I'm handling the personal finance. Before doing the CFP, I was handling the personal finance of those clients, and after doing the CFP, it got a bit more brush up, and I just want to go into a portfolio management services.
Okay, so with your existing set of clients, why don't you offer them additional service of portfolio management as well?
Ma'am, I'm offering. I want to earn more.
You want to earn more, so you can then join some corporate. We
Ma'am,
have
how?
openings of portfolio managers a lot in banks, in companies like Fidelity, Vanguard,
Ma'am,
and
how could I approach those big companies? Ma'am, I'm posting my jobs and going through all Indeed job in Naukri.com, but I'm not finding any job relating to portfolio management services after doing the CFP.
after doing CFP,
CFP.
you're not able to find.
Yeah, ma'am.
Okay. See, honestly, the market, job market is not running well right now. There are no, there are no more many job opportunities here in the market currently, and that's entirely because of the COVID situation. So you should just wait, help your existing clients with the portfolio management thing, and then once the things are better, when the market is in up and running, the job market, then start applying, because I'm sure Fidelity, I know Fidelity, I know Morgan Stanley, and every all these companies are actually wanting portfolio managers. All the banks are wanting portfolio managers, so that will definitely help you. However, the situation is such that yes, many people who want to switch are not able to switch. So
One more
yeah.
question, ma'am. I just want to know that I need to do another certification course for more getting into a portfolio management services, except this CFP and CA Inter or CA final.
No, no, no. You now just have to gain hands-on experience. So that's why I asked if you're doing it for your personal clients as well, and if you're managing their portfolios as well. You don't need another certification or degree or something, because degrees, as many as you can get that. However, now if you want to enter into the real life situation, into the corporate field, you will need experience, and experience will come through practicing and doing it live. So keep
Okay.
doing that, and I'm sure another, I guess by the uh, end quarter of this year, Q4, the thing should be normal, and the markets should be up
Yes.
and running for the jobs. So
Yes.
then you have a good experience, so you will get opportunities. There
Yeah.
are a lot of opportunities. Where are you from? Are you from Delhi?
I'm from Dehradun, Uttarakhand.
Okay, you're from Dehradun. Okay.
Yeah. Ma'am.
And Daljit, when did you pass the CFP exam?
Recently, sir, 28th of March.
Okay, so it's too soon, but then
It's good.
I would say please go on FPSB website. Now FPSB has put up a corner called Job Board on the
Okay.
site, and what they are doing is they are internally, reaching out to the industry, and they are posting the jobs of which are exclusively for CFPs on
Okay.
the FPSB site also, and you can see a lot of hot openings there.
Okay.
Yeah,
Okay.
so and that starts from a fresher to a very senior guy.
Sir, I want to ask one question more. Uh, I need to take the certificate, my registration before applying for the job, or not taking any certifications, registration for the CFP.
So your that you're subject to your experience criteria and all, for sure your experience will
Yeah,
happen.
yeah, I've had experience of around about 5 to 6 years.
Yeah, so that you can apply, you can get it, but that's not needed for applying for a job or going for a job. They will anyways get to know that yes, you have qualified for CFP. So parallelly you can get your certification done.
It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay. Thank you, sir.
Ashok, next.
Next is Kamal. Please unmute yourself.
Hello. Hi,
Hi,
Priya.
Kamal. Hi, Kamal. How are you?
Hi. Thanks. I'm good. Thank you. How are you?
Good, good. Thanks. Yeah.
And, and thank you for sharing your valuable experience with us. And then my question is like, I am not into a financial background. I'm not having any experience with the finance, but I'm having a keen interest in finance, particularly in personal finance. And how would you suggest me to go for a CFP program or CFP certificate with a running job? Means it will be a easy or a tough job, tough task for me. Currently, I am working and I want to pursue that particular certificate.
Okay. So see, CFP you can easily do with your current job. I did IIM with my current job, so I can say that anybody can do anything with the current job. So yeah, you can easily take CFP. You just have to pour in a little more hours there. So maybe on the weekends you can spend some additional time. You can see, you can get a lot of information on Google. So, and since you mentioned that you're not from financial industry background, so you can leverage International College of Financial Planning, and they can guide you with because they have so many teachers, experienced teachers there, and yeah, you can definitely take it with your current job, and uh, yeah, you will have to spend a little more time. Maybe it will take around 8 9 months to complete. However, it is not a rocket science. It's nothing. If you have that interest and if you're good with Excel, you can easily do this and shape up your career. Because even I changed my career line. I from teaching to then going into corporate. Otherwise, people actually are in corporate, then comes into teaching. So people keep asking me why I left teaching and came into corporate. I have been answering this for 5 good years now. But yeah, that was my personal choice, and I actually would say that teaching is a more taxing job than being into corporate and being into this industry. So yeah, it is fun, and why fun? Because you deal with so many different situations. No client has the same situation, so every client will have a different situation, and you can pick onto the situations, apply in your own life, apply in your own family life. So you have that experience of having so many different approaches. So yeah, if you want me to answer that you should pursue this or not while in your job, then yeah, definitely you can go in for this while you are in your job. Rather, I would say that I got my job after clearing four of the modules. I was still not a certified financial planner while I got my job. I cleared my last exam after about 6-7 months of my job. So yeah, you will you so like Daljit was asking me about the job opportunities and all. You actually get job opportunities, however the market currently is weak, so that's why you're not getting it. And it's too soon as well because you just cleared it. But yeah, you will definitely get that job.
Okay. No, but actually, just I'm looking for a second option. That is not for a, because I'm having an interest in the finance only, and I love to talk on the finance. I love to dig into the finance. Means I do this for myself, but I want to do in a professional way. So that's why I'm looking for the CFP.
Mhm.
One, I am having one more question. Actually, I am
Yeah.
not having any experience related to finance. So how I will get that certificate? Means I just what I understand is I can go for the CFP, I can go for the exam, and I can when I will clear those exams at the end of that when getting the CFP, then how would I get that certificate? Because I'm
The
not in
certificate.
any experience.
Yeah, so even I did not have the finance experience, but I got the certificate. So I don't think that finance experience is essential for the certificate. And then you have around, Rajesh, correct me if I'm wrong, I think we have around 2 or 4 years to get the certificate so that we can show that experience as well. Because I showed my experience and then I got my certificate post clearing the exam.
Yeah, so now even if somebody doesn't have an experience, so in the new curriculum, it's there is an option of doing 1 year of supervised training, more like an articleship of a CA. So you can do 1 year of articleship under a practicing CFP, and then also you become eligible for your claiming your certificate. So either 1 year of supervised experience or 3 years of unsupervised experience. Either ways you are able to claim the certificate.
And how to get this supervised experience of 1 year? Can you
So
just
Kamal, there are practicing chartered financial planners. So even the faculty members who teach you, they are practicing financial planners, certified financial planners. So those are the guys who can help you, get 1 year of supervised experience. We kind of map you with them, and under their mentorship, you complete 1 year of supervised articleship kind of experience, and then you go on to claim your certificate.
sounds good. Thank you. Thanks a lot. Thank you, Priya.
Yeah, just to
Most
answer your question of how much time needed, Kamal. So the way we teach, we kind of recommend students to take out seven hours a week. So that means 1 hour a day. 7 hours a week. That spread is typically like 2 hours on Saturday, 2 hours on Sunday. So 4 hours of classes that we gonna do. Our faculty is gonna teach you live. So that's 4 hours, and 3 hours, remaining 3 hours, we kind of tell you to probably recap, review all the classes, go on through the books, through the notes and all that. So net 7 hours in a week. That's all.
Okay, thank you. And I think you are having that online, and some material is you provided
Yeah.
offline.
I'll be talking about all that. Kamal, just give me a few minutes. Let's just answer all the questions. I'll talk all about what we do. Yeah.
Okay, thank you.
Ashok, next.
Next is Sleva Kumar.
Selva Kumar.
Hello, sir. I'm from Chennai.
Yeah.
Yeah, actually, I'm challenge path student. Couldn't able to clear the exam 5 last month. What is the transition process and new curriculum? Any concession for old student, old challenge path student? I want to know the details about.
Okay. Selva, the transition thing, because the last final module is pending, final exam is pending for you. So
No, sir. Okay, now directly challenge pathway student last time.
You were a challenge status student.
Yes, yes.
Okay, so then there is no transition. Then it's completely, you will have to sit at all the 4 levels of the new curriculum again, because challenge status means you have not completed anything,
Yes.
right? So you have to start from level 1, 2, 3. I'll be talking about that after this conversation with Priya gets over here, right now here only. So just give me 5-10 minutes of time and we will begin with that. I'll show you.
Okay, thanks.
Ashok, next.
Next is Akila.
Hello, ma'am. Akila here.
Hello.
Hi. So I have just completed my legacy exams. So what I wanted to know is like, do you advise any financial planning tool or anything to start with?
Financial planning tools, as in you are wanting to do as a freelancer, or you are planning to join a company?
As of see, due to COVID, I'm not sure like what I'm going to do because I feel like work from home option or something would be fine because we can't take the chance of traveling now. So I'm just analyzing, parallelly both the stuff.
So I think the best thing to have is have a good hands-on experience on Excel, because you can actually prepare financial plans through Excel. So you can practice Excel as much as you want, and it's a vast field. Nobody actually knows Excel in and out. So yeah, you can use Excel, and apart from these, what I'm not sure, but yeah, recently I came across that there are some apps being developed in which you can actually play around to see your financial gaps and retirement gaps or something. So you can search on Play Store about financial planning apps if they are available. You can research more. For the tools, Excel is the best that would work.
Okay, so like normally whatever course or anything in Udemy or somewhere if you see that is the basic Excel, right? So for the financial planning, I'm not able to locate any any course or anything. Do you suggest something?
Could you repeat your question, because I lost the connection between.
Actually, the Excel courses, whatever is available in Udemy or Coursera or whatever be the platform, it is all the basic Excel. But for financial planning, is there anything you just want to suggest?
No, the basic Excel, and then going to the advanced Excel, that's more than sufficient, because even the basic Excel is a lot detailed one. So you can just run all the formulas, you can prepare financial plans in different tabs, you can prepare the charts and everything, pivot tables and all.
Okay.
And that is something, what I'll suggest you is you can take up an example through Google and try to prepare a financial plan, or maybe you can try that for yourself as well. You can try a financial plan on Excel, see how it comes out to be. Because if you're doing it as a freelancer, then I think that's the best way you can do it. Otherwise, for companies, we have the companies have their own tools, so which are taught once you join the company. So you don't have to actually practice any tool and then go into a company. You can but yeah, Excel knowledge is very important, even if you want to come to corporate, or even if you want to have your own uh, freelancing thing. So yeah, you can go with Excel, and after that, once you're into a company, they'll teach you their own tools. So you'll have more detailed tool knowledge there.
Okay, so coming to the job search, so if I post my resume in LinkedIn, will that help?
Yeah, LinkedIn does help. Apart from LinkedIn, Naukri.com, that helps. I keep so IIMjob.com, that is also a site where you can post your job. You can look for jobs they keep on posting some jobs. However, then they have some requirements which we need to follow. Apart from this, I think the best is LinkedIn, because LinkedIn will have all the authentic people out there. So LinkedIn is one of the best a place where you can have an active search of the job.
Ashok, next.
Next is Syed.
Hi, ma'am. Can you hear me?
Yes.
Yeah, my question is that I'm currently learning new languages, French, Spanish, Italian. Can I use and add, does it add any value with my CFP course?
Yeah, if you want to go to outside India, then
Yeah, I want to do my master's in economics from abroad, like Europe or Canada.
Yeah. So the languages will never be a waste. The more you learn, the more you can apply. So for example, I don't know any language except Hindi and English. So that's a barrier for me, but it won't be a barrier for you. So if you go outside India, you will have more opportunities.
And like if I completed my CFP from India, what transitions I have to do and to like match the standard of Europe or Canada?
Okay, so I'm not sure of that because the country has changed, as Rajesh mentioned. So I think Rajesh will be able to tell that better.
Syed, if you do CFP, so as CFP is a globally recognized program which is accepted in 27 countries across the world. So if you move out to those 27 countries, for example, let's say US, Canada, England, wherever, if you're France, if you move to, so then all you need to do is once you go in there, you need to appear at one cross-border examination. There is only one examination, cross-border examination, which will have more about the taxation and the local financial products available there. So that's what you need to study and appear at one exam. And then you are validated as a practicing, you get the license to practice as a CFP in that country too. Okay, that's more about how you switch on, you migrate to other countries to practice as a CFP. Coming to the other than countries, other than those 27 countries. Okay, so what if, let's say you want to go to Norway? Maybe Norway doesn't, is not it is not a country which recognizes, let's say, CFP program, or a CFP program doesn't exist there. So even if you go to a non-recognized country, you are allowed to practice. The only thing is that wherever you, let's say on your letterhead or any other communication that you make, you are supposed to be writing then that you are a CFP from Indian territory, right? And in any other countries, out of these 27 countries, if you go out and practice there, you clear the cross-border examination. You are not supposed to be writing. You're not supposed to be giving any disclaimer. You are a CFP equivalent to that country's CFP, and you can practice there. So that's the difference.
Okay. Sir,
Yeah?
I have one more question also. Yeah. Masters in economics, does it go along well with CFP?
See, CFP is a program which blends with any background because it's personal finance. So personal finance is my finance, my money, my life, right? So it blends with any, and especially somebody who has some inclination, even an iota of inclination in finance, investments, economics, business, commerce. For them, yeah, it's a wonderful thing to do.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Thanks, sir. Thanks, ma'am.
Ashok, the last question, and then we will have to move on to the program information. There are two more, so you can.
Yes, we have two raising hand.
Yeah.
So let's take two only.
No, because I have requested Priya for an hour, and I have already taken 1 hour, 15, 16 minutes from her.
Okay, I'm unmuting Vivek.
Good afternoon, ma'am. This is Vivek Agarwal from Pune, and thank you for this much needed session on CFP. Ma'am, my question is: I'm currently pursuing my MBA in finance from Pune. What should be the right time for me to pursue this for certificate program? And also, is there any other certificate program other than CFP when it comes to managing personal finances?
Okay. So there's no right time. The right time is now. There's no right time. You can keep on delaying things, and as soon as you want to, you can pursue this. And what was your next question? I forgot that. Uh, any other course for personal finance? No, there's no other course apart from CFP when it is connected to the personal finance. In India, we don't have. In US, we have CRPC and other certifications, and those are related to retirement planning. And however, CFP is entirely about the personal finance that includes other things as well, apart from retirement planning. So yeah, and there's no right time, Vivek. You can start as soon as you want to, and you can pursue that. And rather, it's the best time because work from home and everything is going on. Okay, you mentioned that you're working, so you don't even have to travel to your college. So yeah, you can leverage the time.
So the last question from Umair Kasmani.
Sure.
I can see Rishi as well raising hand. So I will take his question as well in a minute.
Sure.
Okay, so I am audible, ma'am?
Yeah.
So, ma'am, hi, ma'am. I am a second year college student, and recently I cleared all my modules of CFP in a legacy program. Actually, now I'm confused from where should I start or what should I do now to begin my career. Any suggestions, ma'am?
You're in your second year. You will have to first clear your graduation part, and you're placed where? You're calling from which part of the country? I think he's not there.
Ashok, Umair has gone on mute.
Wait a second. Yeah, Umair, try to unmute yourself.
Sorry, ma'am. I got unmute. Ma'am, I am from Mumbai.
You're from Mumbai. So in Mumbai, you will have a lot of opportunities because Mumbai is a financial hub. So actually, in Mumbai, there are many financial planners as well in Mumbai. So and many companies as well, like we have Network FP there. So yeah, you can just the best thing you can do currently is first complete your graduation, and with that you can start putting things on LinkedIn. Just a second. Yeah, you start putting things on LinkedIn, or through LinkedIn you can learn more, and yeah, that's what you can do right now. And once you're out of your graduation, you can then start applying, and sure, Mumbai has a lot of opportunities when it comes to personal finance as well.
Yeah, ma'am. Okay, ma'am. And also, as Rajesh sir said that 1 year criteria of getting the certificate. So, Rajesh, can you help me in getting active CFP certificate so that I can intern under their guidance or something? If possible.
Umair, you did your CFP in the legacy program. That is the old curriculum. In the old curriculum, this articleship was not there. This is only in the new curriculum.
No. Actually, I confirmed with the FPSB that they said there is 1 year criteria under the CFP certificate.
Did they give it to you in writing?
Yes. I mailed them and they replied.
Okay, then please send me the mail on my email ID. I'll align you with somebody who is a practicing CFP who will help you complete that.
Okay, sure. Thank you so much, Rajesh sir. Thank you so much. Thank you, ma'am.
You're most welcome. Yes, Rishi ji.
Yeah, actually, here is two Rishi and Rishi Malhotra.
So the one who is raising hand, because I can see only one video.
But no one has raised the hand, ma'am, here.
No. She's saying that Rishi is raising hands in the video.
Yeah, in the video.
So who is only Rishi? Who is not Rishi Malhotra? Only Rishi. Yeah.
Yeah, Rishi.
Hi. Hello. Am I audible?
Yeah.
Hi. It was really a nice session from you. So that was really great. Just a little bit about me. I am an MBA finance, and with more than a decade's experience in equity research and financial modeling and all of that. So that's past about me. Uh, I got a little bit interested into CFP, seeing that I'm like right now I'm 40, so I seeing as an alternate career as well. A couple of queries specific to how you managed to pursue this course. What was the kind of duration that you could complete this in terms of, I mean, with your additional requirements maybe in job, or maybe you were, I think you were coaching, I think in IP University or something. So I mean, how long did it take for you to complete this?
It took so I gave my last exam after about 6 months. I actually joined Ameriprise in September, and then I gave my exam in later part of December. So yeah, it took around 3-4 months for that, because and before that I actually cleared all my modules in a month. So in a month I used to keep my exams once a week, and in a month I cleared all my exams. Then I took a pause because I started with my job, and then while I was in my job, then I took around 3-4 months and then gave the last exam, and I cleared that.
Okay, that's very good. That's excellent. I also wanted to know, did you go for a classroom coaching, or did you do it on your own? How was it? I mean, were you?
I joined an institute. I joined an institute because I was completely blank while I had to do this. So I needed that guidance. And once I had that guidance, then I kept on going from there. Because obviously you need the starting point, which you might not even get in Google. And the institute knows it well. So that's why I joined an institute back then.
Excellent. Priya, this is a common question for you as well as Rajesh sir. Uh, I mean, in this session that we're having right now, I have heard, I think, one or two CFPs who recently cleared it, but it sounded that they are more apt on the conceptual knowledge and not more on the application side, because they were asking you questions about how do we make a plan, or maybe when you suggested, there are a couple of apps that you can probably look at, and you should be looking at Excel. So my question is, I don't think there's any reason for doing this course just for conceptual knowledge and having a degree. I think it's more of an application based focus. So Priya and Rajesh, if you can both throw a little light of, and Rajesh specifically how ICOF is different in terms of probably making people be disciplined in terms of application based approach and not more of theory based approach. So if that would be more interesting for me to know here.
So Rishi, I actually indeed wanted to ask the couple of students who were asking about the practical aspects. I wanted to check with them that how did they study for CFP program? Okay, so what I'm saying is, as far as ICFP goes, as far as our teaching, our delivery goes in, so we understand that the examination requires you to work on calculators. So we will teach you calculators, financial calculators. But we also know that in the practical life, you want to prepare financial plans using Excel. So we will be teaching you Excel as well. There are separate modules that we do for Excel. Okay, so that we kind of teach you all the financial calculations, all the time value of money, the financial plan construction, everything using Excel. So that's one part. Second, even in the new curriculum, so that's another thing. See, because the board also kind of realizes, changes things. So in the new curriculum, Absolutely. What has happened now, Rishi, is the last module of CFP will have a project. Okay, the last module of CFP final. CFP now has 4 modules, 4 levels. So level 1 is investment. Yes, level 2 is retirement and tax. Level 3 is risk and legacy. Level 4 is final level. The final level will have a project. Okay, so the student is supposed to be making real life project, real life financial plan. And the project has to be submitted to FPSB to be evaluated by FPSB's appointed CFPs. And once those projects are approved, then only you are allowed to appear at the exam. Okay.
Okay.
So the content, the delivery, the pattern, the whole thing has become far more practical from FPSB side also now. Earlier, it was more of the institute's prerogative. So we as an initiative, we were teaching Excel, the financial plan construction and all that live. But now it is in the scheme of the framework, the entire framework of FPSB itself, right? So the last module is gonna very practical. It will be Excel, it will be live financial plan construction, everything.
That is great to know. And something from you, Priya, on this. I mean, how did you make it more application based in your own day of life?
So of course, yes. So when you work on the project, so it will not be just doing just one project, creating one plan. Plan you can copy, and it can also be by fluke. So the board will will give you 4 projects to do, right? So those 4 projects will give you enough of hands-on, and it will make you ready to go and kind of engage your client to get and do the financial planning for your client. I'll just wait for 5 minutes, Rishi. I'll tell you on the last module, in the last level, what all comes in the curriculum, and then you will say, hey, yes, that's what is going to prepare you actually to be the real financial planner.
Yeah. Thank you. Thank you, both of you. It was great to interact with you here.
Thank you.
So Priya, I know I asked you for an hour. You gave me 1.5 hours. So thank you so much, Priya, for joining us today. It was lovely to have you. And as I said, we had one of the most dynamic and the youngest speakers in our panel till now. We have had Lovai, Navlakhi, Noel, all these oldies earlier, and you kind of brought a very new perspective. The audience connected very well to you. They asked you questions, and it was very interactive. Thank you so much, Priya. Thank you.
You're most welcome. In the end, I would actually want to end by saying a quote by Rick Edelman, and that is, hope is not a financial plan. So we can't be sitting and hoping things will be as per what we want. We need to work for it, and today is the time to start for it. So if you want to start for planning your future, get your future into your present and start.
Perfect. Thank you so much, Priya. Thank you again. My team joins in thanking you and saying goodbye.
All right. Thank you. Bye-bye.
Guys, hang on. I have some more information to share about CFP program, the new curriculum, how you study, everything. So that I'll quickly cover. I can also see Priyanka raising hands. Priyanka, don't worry. I am here to answer. I'll answer all the questions that you may be having and anybody else may be having. Ashok, in the meantime, Umair is asking for my email ID. If you can write in the chat box, my email ID, please.
Sure, sir.
Ashok, my screen is visible?
Yes, sir, clear.
Okay, perfect. So, guys, CFP is world's only 4-in-1 program. So when I say 4-in-1 program, within one single program, you get 4 international certifications, right? One single program, you get 4 international certifications. So at each level of the program, you get 1 certification. So that makes it 4-in-1. I do not need to repeat. It's a program which is recognized in 27 countries, offered by Financial Planning Standards Board USA. So this is how the new program, the structure looks like. The first level, when you clear, the first level of the CFP program is called Investment Specialist. And when you clear level 1, the certification, the tag that you get is FPSB Registered Investment Specialist. Level 2, when you clear, you get FPSB Retirement and Tax Specialist. Level 3 is Risk and Legacy Specialist. Level 4 is CFP Final. Let me also tell you what is exactly there in the curriculum, in the content of each of these levels. Okay, so level 1 has got 3 modules. Final level has got 3 modules. Level 2 and level 3 have got 2 modules each. So level 1 has 3 modules: personal financial management, which is all about the basic finance stuff, the personal financial stuff, the time value of money and all those basic financial maths also included. Then you have investment planning and asset management, which goes on to teach you all the investment products even the alternate investment products, the fixed income products, the asset allocation, the wealth management, everything. Then it goes on to teach you the regulatory environment, which is, I call it investment laws. So in our BCom, we would have studied business laws, company law, all that. In CFP, you study more of investment laws. So all the Anti-Money Laundering Act, the RBI Act, the SEBI Act, everything you're going to study, the IRDA policy, the rules, regulations, all that you come and study in regulatory environment. So once you complete all this, you appear at level 1 examination, you pass it, you get a PSB registered investment specialist certificate. Yeah. You move on to level 2. Level 2 is retirement and tax. So as the name suggests, you will be studying more of the retirement planning. So when I say retirement, it is actually financial planning. I mean, don't get confused with retirement, the word retirement. It is more of financial planning. Retirement, why? Because that is ultimately the end goal of life, right? So retirement is one of those phases. So you kind of go and study all the financial planning bit here, the cash flows, the investment, the various strategies, etc. And the tax, I was explaining earlier also, that tax, again, it will have global elements and the Indian elements, everything in it. So you will study international, cross-border US, Canada taxation too, and largely it will be 70%, it would be Indian personal taxation. Similarly, then you move on. After that, you move on level 3. Level 3 will have risk management, which is risk management, risk evaluation, risk mitigation, and insurance products, all the insurance products, life as well as general. And then you will have estate planning, which is more of wealth creation, and how do you do succession planning? How do you pass that wealth to your next generation? So that wealth distribution thing, everything is covered under estate planning. And then you move on to the final level. Now the best part here is level 1, 2, and 3. These can be done in any order. So let's say, imagine you are somebody who is already into insurance business. You say, hey, level 3 looks to me a little easier. I will like to attempt at level 3 first. That's open. You can do that. 1, 2, 3 can be done in any order, but final level can be done only when you have completed 1 plus 2 plus 3. Yeah. Now, if you see the final level again has got 3 modules. This is what I was telling Rishi just now, that just look at the content of the 3 modules. What are you studying here? The financial planning process. The financial planning process will have critical thinking, how to engage client, how to communicate with client. What are the kind of, initially I had some of the participants asking here, what are the questions that you need to ask? That's what you all are going to study in the financial planning process. Then you will have engaging clients for life. This is more of kind of the sales and the relationship management part of an MBA curriculum that too is specific to the financial world that you're going to study here, right? How do you communicate client? How do you present your plans to client? How do you break the disconnect? The client has a different requirement and your plans say something different. How do you bridge that gap? The goal setting, how do you convince him for those goals? How do you develop plans is what comes here. And the last one, if you see, is the practical bit, developing financial plans. So you will be constructing financial plans, devising financial plans. You will make sample financial plans here for different case studies, different cases. And then this will be before coming and appearing at the exam for all these 3 modules, you will have to complete the project that I was talking about. So you will be given 4 projects by FPSB directly. You will have to complete that project. Of course, our mentors, our coaches are there to help you, to guide you how to do the project. And then you go on and appear at the exam after your submission of the project. So that makes the whole of the program very practical, and it ends with a very highly practical experience, the final one especially. So this is something that I am using to explain you how it happens in the real life. You see, as an investor, if I have to invest into equities, derivatives, currency, commodities, where do I go? I go on to brokers, I go on to research analysts, advisors. If let's say I want to invest into mutual funds, where do I go? I go to mutual fund distributors, agents. If I have to go, I have to buy insurance policies. Where do I go? Insurance agents, brokers. IPOs, mutual funds, where do I go? Insurance brokers, advisors, portfolio management or wealth management, where do I go? I go to PMS service providers or the wealth advisors. Personal taxation or tax planning, where do I go? I go to CAs or the TRPs. If let's say it's only about ITR filing and all, I may be good, I may be happy going to a TRP also, or a tax consultant. Financial planning or investment planning, none of these guys will do cross. There is no such person who will create a holistic financial plan for me. Legacy planning is writing my will, passing my wealth. For that, I will not need to go to a lawyer, because only the lawyer will know what are the succession acts. There are different succession acts, right? How much my son will inherit, how much my daughter will inherit, how will the property get nominated, etc., etc. Only a lawyer can tell. There are different investment laws. If I invest into this, what happens? If I invest into that, what happens? A combination of lawyer and CS may probably help me. A bit of a startup valuation, setting up my initial days, a bit I'm saying, not in depth, a bit of a startup valuation, initial days, GST, family business, etc., etc. Whom do I go to refer to all this? Maybe CA. So you see, you are actually going to 8 or 10 different persons for different areas of personal finance of your life. That's how your client is actually getting puzzled, right? So client is actually being thrown like a football among all these 10 different financial services providers. Now you as a CFP, you are well-trained, equipped, skilled enough to handle queries, handle clients on all of these personal finance areas. So be it equities, mutual fund, wealth management, IPOs, bonds, alternate investment, tax planning, legacy planning, investment laws, basics of GST, all that gets covered in CFP. So one program and probably kind of makes you an expert on the whole of personal finance, and you replace all these 8-10 individuals who a person has to be interacting for the personal finance advice. So that's the power of the program. Okay. So the point was, why do you come to? So Priya was also saying go to ICFP and study. So why do you come to ICFP? So we are India's first and largest education provider of FPSB USA. I am extremely happy and honored to say that CFP program was brought to India by us. Initially लेके हम लोग आए थे program को 2002 में. So imagine the kind of authority we would have built on the program over these 20 years or so. So what you get when you study at ICFP, what you get is India's most comprehensive, I would say most comprehensive study materials. So you will get concept books, the physical, the printed books from us. You will get workbooks to practice the questions. You will get group projects during the classes. You will have videos, the recorded video. Every single class that you do gets recorded, and the recording is shared with you, so that you kind of see the video n number of times, you practice, you rehearse, right? So you're far more prepared than straight away attending a class and then probably learning in those 1 hour. So it is like we give you the learning, the videos, which the access is there with you for almost a year. Then you have mock test. Similar to the FPSB examination, you will have online mock test. Again, the mock test is given to you as an app version 2. So you kind of go and take the live online experience of the exam. During the classes, you get assignments by the faculty, you have case studies, you have guest lectures, everything happening. And the most important thing, the doubt clearing session. So exams happen once in a month. Every month there is a 5 days of window during the 3rd or the 4th week that where you can appear at the exam, right? So knowing that the exams happen once in a month, before the exam we have exclusive doubt clearing sessions with the faculty, right? So you revise, you do all your mock, you practice and all that. Even after that, 2 days before the exam, our faculties come and do doubt clearing sessions, saying that okay, these are what you should be doing, and answering all your final doubts, getting you far more prepared. And this is something that probably gives us power. If you go and check on our LinkedIn or LinkedIn, yeah, you go and check on my LinkedIn, on our institute's LinkedIn, you will see we had a track record of 80% passing rate in CFP level 1, 100% passing rate in CFP level 2 and 3. And this is not me only claiming. You will see that Rajesh Krishnamurthy, the head of FPSB India, the CEO of FPSB India. He has come and vouched that. He has come and complimented me and my team for that. So that's the kind of authority that we have built on CFP program in the whole of the content, the delivery that we do. Okay, so coming to the fees that one has to pay for studying at ICOFP. So I think okay. So I am skipping this earlier slide because it has classroom. So classroom we are not doing because of COVID. Classroom is not functional now. We have been teaching virtual classes and e-learning classes. So virtual is something where it is an instructor-led live class happening, same like this. The only difference is here you all are on mute, whereas in the class you are not on mute, and there is a batch of 25, 30 odd students, not more than that, managed by a faculty and a program coordinator. They come and do live classes. So that's the virtual class. And e-learning is a self-learning kind of a content. We give you pre-recorded classes. The same faculties, there will not be a difference of the faculty, but the same faculty giving you a pre-recorded class. Right. So e-learning is ideally suitable for somebody who may be, let's say, a chartered accountant or a practicing financial advisor or a wealth manager, somebody who has a background, who has a lineage of the world of finance. Virtual class is ideal for anybody who wants to learn every bit of personal finance. So because this is a live class, it is far more enriching. So you can join us level wise, you can enroll for 1 level, 2 level that ways, or you can join for all the 4 levels together also. The benefit that you get if you join all the 4 levels together is you kind of end up saving almost close to 45% odd on the course fees. So virtual classes course fee, if you join level wise, sums up to 55,000, whereas if you join in the whole program together, it comes to 37,500 only. Similarly, e-learning 40,000 rupees comes to 27,500. So it saves you a whole lot of money, close to 40 odd percent, whatever, right? So that's the kind of benefit that you have. Rishi, I'll come to you. I have seen your hand. Okay. So, and the best thing is we have an exclusive student loan arrangement as well. You do not need to pay all the fees in one go. All you need to pay is you pay 10% or close to 5,000 rupees and enroll. Balance is financed. We have NBFC arrangements who finance you at 0% rate, 0% interest rate. Of course, there is a processing fee involved, but there is no interest charged. Okay, so that was ICFP fees. Let me show you the FPSB board fees also. So FPSB board fees are not paid in one go. They are paid stage wise. Okay, ICFP fees paid in one go. FPSB fees is paid in step wise. So the moment you register, I mean, if you want to do CFP, the first thing that you do is you join ICFP, you start studying. After a month, when you feel a little prepared, on track, then you go on and register at FPSB. So the initial registration, that takes $165. Okay, this money is paid in dollars straight away to FPSB. Then in the new curriculum, FPSB has made it mandatory that you have to buy their content. They give you some learning content, but they give you online. They give you in the form of an ebook, which you can't save, you can't print, you can't download, right? So you have to access with the ID password all the time, and you have to read it. But this is mandatory. You will have to buy. Okay, and that the fee for that is level 1 to 3 is $60 each. So let's say you are going for level 1, so then you will need to pay $60. This $60. Okay, so $165 plus $60, that is $225 is what you pay initially when you register for your level 1. Okay, and this $165 is valid for all the levels throughout the year. And then once you are ready for the exam, you go and book your exam. While booking exam, you pay the examination fee, which is $61 for level 1 to 3 and $122 for CFP final. Once you clear all that, you claim your CFP certification, and CFP certification is $120. Okay, so it put together, it makes $890 for the whole program, including membership, including certification fee. But mind you, this is not paid. This is not required to be paid in one go. This goes into various parts over a year, right? So that makes the whole payment process very easy for you. Okay, so that's about FPSB board fees. You guys all came today, of course. So I should be kind of sharing what I have special for you for today. So yes, I do have some special offer for you today. So one is, you already saw that you kind of end up saving some 45 odd percent on the fees for the bundle. So that's one. Second, I told you that if you enroll today, all you need, we have a student loan arrangement. So all you need to do is pay 10% of the fee. Balance you can get financed and you can pay in easy EMIs. So there is a processing fee of 1,000 rupees plus GST, but no interest is charged. This will be done through an NBFC arrangement that we have. Okay, so that's for this. And the most interesting part, where you actually end up saving the good part of money, and the most fascinating discount for you today is you save dollars. So the FPSB fees that you were, you just looked at, I will go back and explain you as well. On that, you save $150. $150 is what, close to 11,500, 12,000 rupees on today's rate, maybe, right? So that you end up saving additionally. Now let me go and tell you what. Okay. So on FPSB fees, this $30 each, the content fee, $60 each becomes $30 each for you. $120 becomes $60 each for you, right? So what you end up saving is $30 at three levels. That means $90, and $120 becomes 60. So that means $60 that. So total net, what you save is $150, which is close to 12,000 rupees, right? So now the advantage that you have for joining today is you are paying how much? Let's say you go for e-learning, then you are paying 27,500, but then against that you are already saving 12,000 rupees, close to 12,000 rupees for FPSB fees. What the FPSB ka fee hai, that anyways you are supposed to be paying, not to me but to FPSB directly, but that will get discounted, right? So effectively the program will become what, close to 15,000 rupees only for you. Imagine in case of virtual, then the program will become what, close to 25,000 only for you. That means virtual classes you will do at a price lesser than e-learning, right? So that's what the benefit for you. If you join today, you kind of end up saving $150, which is close to 12,000 rupees on FPSB fees. How this happens is, when you go on to register register for content, we will give you a discount code which you put there, and then you get that discount of $30 and you save your money. Yeah, so that's what you have for today. This is what I was hearing from all of you. You know about CFP program. You just heard Priya talking about her experiences of CFP, her Ameriprise, her IIM, all the other experiences, the reasons to be, etc., etc. You know about CFP program. If you want to join, I would say join today, because if you join today, you save $150, which is not a small amount. 12,000 rupees saving on a product which is for 40,000 rupees. Yes, it's a big amount. It's a big saving. All you need to do is call us on this number. Ashok, if you can type this number in the chat also. I will leave the screen here so that you can
Sure,
note down the number also, and call us on this number. My team, our program leader Krishan is here. I think Krishan has put his camera off, but Krishan is here. His entire team is here. So they are here to support. They are here to guide you. If you have any further queries, we will answer you as well. Ashok, I can see a lot of raised hands. So if you can unmute them one by one, I'll answer their queries, and then we will end up.
Sure, sir.
Okay, so Ronit was telling me exam waiver. Ronit has texted me exam waiver. So Ronit, there is no exam waiver as such in the new curriculum. What they have done is they have taken out the exam waiver thing. What they give you is education waiver. Okay, so education waiver meaning to say, let's say you are a chartered accountant, and if you want to appear at CFP, then you get a waiver of education for tax. So that means you do not need to study their taxation bit. Okay, you can straight away go and take the exam. But before taking the exam, you will have to take a mock first and clear the mock with 70% marks. Then you go on and appear at the final exam of that level. The only exemption that you get is you do not need to study for that element, for that content. Yeah, so that's the waiver that they have now. So you have education waiver, not the exam waiver in place now. Examination waiver is for those students, you might get confused, so that's why I'm trying to clarify. For those students who were already doing CFP in the old curriculum, now they want to migrate because they couldn't complete all the 5 exams in the previous old program, the legacy program. Now they want to migrate to the new curriculum. In that case, there will be examination waivers. Matching to what exams you have cleared in the previous one, you will get waivers in the new curriculum. So Ronit, for that, you will have to connect with us on this number. Our team will understand from you what all exams you have cleared, and basis that what waivers you get. Hope I could explain. Still, if you have any disconnect, you can write or you can raise hand and we can talk.
Now I'm unmuting Priyanka Jain.
Yeah. Karan, yes, accounting experience, even your CA articleship experience is counted. Yeah, Priyanka, please go on.
Priyanka, are you there? Please click on the coming pop-up, unmute yourself. I think Priyanka is not there. I'm unmuting Mayank.
Okay.
Hello.
Yes, Mayank.
Yeah, yes, sir. Good evening.
Good evening.
So I'm currently in class 12th and I have commerce as my stream. So my basic question is, what would be the level of difficulty from, a class 12th point of view? Or how should I perceive the course as if whether it is suitable for me or not, whether I will understand it or not?
So Mayank, I often keep giving this example that I don't know whether you are aware of this or not. This year, ICAI has made CA open for class 10 students also. So at standard 10 itself, you can enroll into a CA program. Of course, your passing will take more time because you will be doing a much elementary program first before the actual program. But what I'm trying to tell you is the minimum requirement to do a program, any program, not only CAP, the minimum requirement to do any program is set just to see that, okay, the participant who is joining that program is ready to understand the concepts which are going to be taught at a certain level. That's all. The minimum requirement for CAP program is 10+2 only. So essentially means you are not alone. There are many 10+2 like you who come and do the program, who join the program pretty early, right? So yes, at an early age, I understand you have your college also going on. So you may probably take a little longer time, as Priya was also saying, that you should not be in a hurry to rush through the program. Okay. So you should not come with a goal that I will be clearing the program in 6 months. Maybe you spend a year clearing this. And that's what we also suggest. We say the first level you should be spending 3 months, next level 2 months, next level 3 is again 2 months, and the final level again 3 months. Right. So net 10 months is what we also say that is you should be looking at. Right. But trust me, the examination pattern, the content is not that heavy. I was telling earlier also that it is not that heavy. It will require 6-7 hours of study in a week. That much time you will have to devote. Yeah.
Okay,
Ashok,
sir, thank you.
Ashok, next.
Next is Harsh Modi.
Ashok, once a person is done, you should lower down the hand also. Otherwise, I will not get to know how many people are still waiting.
Okay, sir.
Yeah.
Hello.
From Jaipur?
No, Harsh, we spoke like Rajesh, if you remember.
That's what Harsh, I thought. I think we have connected over the phone. Baat hui hai hamari.
Harsh from Mumbai.
Mumbai, okay.
Yeah. So one question was there that the $165 which has to be for the registry with the FSPP, has to be done immediately after enrolling for the course, or we can do it after we've completed the first module?
Okay. So what we suggest is that don't go and enroll on FPSB straight away. Why? Because the $165 that you pay has a validity of 1 year. Okay. If you pay it today, your meter is down today, right? Your 1 year starts counting from today. So we say that first module, when you start studying with us, halfway through it, when you feel that yes, now I will be taking exam after a month or so, or after 1.5 months, then you should register, because FPSB has a mandate that you must be registering at least 30 days in advance, or else they will not allow you to appear at exam, right?
Okay.
So that's why we recommend that halfway through the first module, first level, you should register, and then you book your exam and take the exam.
So, so the question over here is that your course is like for 9 months or something, 8 months, right?
Right.
And you are suggesting that to complete the course in, instead of 8 months, in 12 months, basically take a year to complete it.
Right.
Right. So, and like one of the participants who asked a question right now, you said that first module spent 3 months. So in that case, isn't it advisable that once I have spent 3 months on the first module, after that and I've done the mock test, meaning let's say 2 months into the thing, if you are saying if your guidance is to do 3 months for the first module, invest 3 months for the first module, then after I've invested 2 months, I take a registration with FSPB. So then, you know, I get that additional 2 months on the other side, basically, because, you know, I'm well prepared with the mock tests and etc. And then that is done. So then the question comes is that, you know, how tough are the exams, and like, is it easy to clear that? Like basically, or if I'm not able to clear that in the first go, then what should be done, basically? You know, that examination fear as a student always remains.
So Harsh, yes, I can understand there is always a bit of exam fear, but trust me, the way you have examination fear, our team, our faculty, we are also equally concerned about making you rightly prepared for the exam. If you give me 7 hours a week, trust me, our faculties and the kind of content that we give you will make you aptly prepared. See, when I go and say you that I was just telling you 80% pass rate at level 1, level 2, 100%, level 300%. This is not me saying Rajesh Krishnamurthy, FPSB India CEO, coming and complimenting my team for that. It doesn't mean that I have done a great work. Trust me, I haven't done a great work. It is just that the students did a great work of giving me those 7 hours. So the content which is given to you, if you just follow that and spend time, the time required, you will be through it. You will be through it.
Even for the final one,
the final one will have projects, etc., right? As I said, so there you will need to do the project first, and then only you can take the exam.
Okay. So I got a study material from IMS also for financial planning. So IMS is also giving the same course?
Yeah, IMS Pro School does offer CFP. They have the CFP program as well. Of course, there are, like us, there are other education providers too. We are India's first. We are largest. We command close to 80% of CFP education space, right? But yes, we have IMS Pro School as well there in the market.
Okay, and how does it differ? Like, it's the same, basically. The process is the same.
The process is the same. They don't have their own content. They ask you to study FPSB books only. They have not written any books. They have not made any workbooks and all that, right? So that's what I said, that we brought the program, ye content pura hum log ne develop kiya. We wrote the curriculum. So we have a different command on the program. One of the faculty, the program director for the program here at ICFP is Madhu Sinha, who herself is FPSB board former director. Now imagine FPSB India former director herself coming and teaching you in the class, right? So the kind of authority that we bring, that's what differentiates us from IMS or any other provider.
So last question is that I am 45 years old and I am in the real estate like transaction, as I told you, shared with you on a personal call. So naturally giving time also to this, in the midst of like the classes and preparing and etc. That is one thing. Then second thing, I was surveying. I spoke to some very close friends and like a wealth planner. They said that ki first you go out and survey in the market if your clients need the certification of a CFP, or would they be willing to work with you if you are willing to, if you are a CFP or not, basically. So I got mixed responses to that.
I differ on this, Harsh. And knowing your background, I'm saying this. I differ on this. I mean, knowing your background, by now you should have joined the CFP program, whether ICFP, whether IMS, or whether self-study. That's completely your call. But you should have joined a CFP program. Now you are wasting your time. Tell me one thing. I know there are people who give you very prudish answers. Tell me one thing. I want to be a chartered accountant, or the day I wanted to do my CA, as I said, I am a chartered accountant. So before that, did I go and ask people that will you come and take taxation advice from me if I become a CA? That doesn't happen, right? It's not a startup business that I'm doing, that I will try to go and capture the market sentiment, understand my TG, understand my market, understand my potential customers, etc. Right? See, when you become a CFP, you kind of then people look at you in a different manner. I mean, imagine that. I mean, Priya just said that CFP is somebody like a financial doctor, a wealth doctor. In the same way, in the same analogy, just imagine that somebody coming in and asking you that if I become a doctor, will you come for a treatment with me? That doesn't happen, no. I would love to see you, Harsh. I mean, we have spoken a lot. I know your background in detail. I mean, if you would have started by now, at least you would have cleared level 1. So, Mr. Jain, you were asking which city the institute operates from. We have campuses in Delhi, Mumbai, and Mysore. As of now, because it's COVID, so everything is online. For the last 1 year, it's completely online. But trust me, online is not something which is new to us. We have been offering CFP program online for last 7.5 years. So our faculties are well trained to conduct online classes. They know how to deliver online to make it quite exciting, enriching for you. Yeah, Rishi. Ashok, can you unmute Rishi? Ashok has unmuted Priyanka Jain. Priyanka, you can go on, please.
Okay, sir. Actually, I was also muted here. Ria on chat want to ask. She's confused and she's in second year. Want to do CFP.
I will take that. Priyanka
Sure,
has
sir.
unmuted herself. If let's allow Priyanka.
Hello, sir. I'm
Yeah.
so sorry. I was like, I had a call from my office, so couldn't
No worries.
take the previous call. So I'm a communication professional with the, experience in generating blogs and videos, podcast content, media content. And from past 4 years, like I'm working for financial services domain. And I really enjoy developing personal finance guidance content. Some of my content is also published in top newspapers and portals. So I've been contemplating CFP from past couple of years. Like listening to you today, I just realized that I'm just wasting my time. Maybe I should have like started this certification. But there are some doubts. So I hope I get clarity on that. I've seen many journalists, financial journalists, they do obtain CFP. So can you help me understand how CFP certification improves pay package of a communication professional? I see CFP like I want to, start a side hustle and start my own personal finance blog. This is why I want to obtain CFP certification. My goal is clear.
Okay. So Priyanka, first of all, good to know your background. I'm happy that you told. And then by the time you were speaking, I could recall 2-3 names who have studied at our place, and I can tell you that they come from a background similar to you.
Okay.
So one of the very well-known names, Monica Halan.
Monica Halan. I read her book actually. After
Monica
I read
is
her
our
book,
student, by the way.
yeah.
Monica is our student. She's our alumni.
After I read her book, Let's Talk Money, this CFP thing, culminated in my mind, and I also aspire to write something like that, and do financial advisory in a more substantial way. So, but I'm not.
Besides Monica, there is one more, the recent pass out, Aprajita. Aprajita is working with Business Today.
Okay.
And she recently passed out. You can check my LinkedIn profile. She,
Okay,
after passing,
I'll check that.
She wrote a big kind of a feedback, a compliment to me, my team, our content team, everybody on LinkedIn as well. Prajita comes from Business Today. She was I mean, much kind of very much. Her plans were very much like you, writing her own content, blogs, and all that in the financial space.
Yeah.
And she cleared recently, only this March.
Okay.
Another person which I would say I can relate to your kind of a genre is Aditi Khandelwal. Aditi is a very young, bright girl. She is a CFP. She did her CFP, and she has a very unconventional career. She is a YouTuber. Okay. And she's a YouTuber rather than, I mean, at one end where people in the world are creating all the nonsense on the YouTube stuff, she is one who is creating very fancy stuff in terms of personal finance, in terms of investment on YouTube, and she is becoming very extremely popular. You will go and find more information about her on YouTube, on Google, and you will.
Thank you for sharing this. Like I have some parallel plans as well.
Yeah.
So
What I'm trying to tell you, Priyanka,
Yeah.
yes, the world is opening. I mean, CFPs nowadays are not only getting themselves limited to financial planning or hardcore financial planning, they are going to unconventional career, being bloggers, being YouTubers, being writers, being whatever. I mean, I do not have, my scope. I can't even define. Last week only I was talking to Aditi, what makes her do only blogging, only video blogging and all that. And Aditi was very clear saying that, sir, there is no right content, no right financial blog, financial video blog as such. I know I'm the first and I'll create that, I'll establish that. Right. So people like you are very innovative, very creative. You have different unconventional career choices, and this will help you for sure.
So do you have any idea, like I already have a lot of experience in content domain. I had a career gap, and like from past 4 years, I'm serving financial services space only. So like when I look at my career choices now, next, like I feel like maybe I join Economic Times or some financial newspaper, or I continue writing for financial services companies, like what I am doing. So after obtaining CFP, like how my career, um, you know, salary increment do newspapers offer to CFP professionals? Do you have any idea? Like, because CFP in India, I think is not as exploited or as known about as other CA or CS or, CFA for that sake. People don't know much about CFPs,
Yeah,
and they are not looking for CFPs as
That's
there is a scope. There is a scope. It is not exploited as it should have been in 2021. This is what I want to say. If I search for CFP career prospects, I'll see, in foreign countries, they want financial, somebody who's writing for financial domain should have, financial planning certificate or course, should have done that. But in India, it's not like that.
True.
So currently they're not paying that well with this degree, but I want to obtain that because I want to be, good in my game.
Where are you currently working?
I don't want to disclose that, but
Okay.
you will find me on the LinkedIn very easily.
Okay.
Yeah.
So you see, Priyanka, one thing, yes, you rightly said that CFP as a program probably has not reached to that deeper market penetration what programs like CA or CW or these programs have reached. But when you say this, you also need to look at the the reasons behind it. In one of the webinars, I was talking about all these programs, and I've explained. I will ask my team to send you that link too. But just to summarize, I mean, we are talking about a program which is more than 100 years old. Started accountancy as a program, exists more than 100 years old, right? Whereas CFP as a program, forget CFP, financial planning as a concept, financial planning as a subject, it started only after the Second World War, when people, when
After the Great Crisis.
Yes, when industrialization happened, the people started coming out of the crisis and all that. Then people felt, okay, how do we plan? And then, the whole concept of financial planning evolved, right? CFP as a program itself is not more than 35 years old. In India, it is just around 20 years old, right? So this is a little younger than the oldie programs like CA or CWA. But yes, the kind of pace that CFP is taking, at that rapid pace, if we keep growing, of course, yes, we will multiply very soon.
Okay, one more doubt I have. Does like a CFP program in any module requires too many of calculations and everything? One of my friends was like discouraging me, like I'm not a very young professional. I'm already 38, and I have my distance learning MBA as well, which I did like 10 years back, and I have a lot of experience in like financial writing now. So he was telling me ki I don't need any kind of certification, and it requires a lot of mathematics and everything, and will actually take a lot of me. I have a family, I have a job, and it would not be easy to complete this thing, and I should not burn myself in this kind of certification, rather pursue whatever I want to.
Okay.
So but I'm not convinced, so this is why I'm asking you.
Yeah, Priyanka, see, the program will have a bit of maths. Let me be very honest. We'll have a bit of maths. That will be financial maths. That will be money maths. Okay. So all we will be teaching you, and all we expect you to know in maths is addition, subtraction, multiplication, division is what you should be knowing. Rest all we're gonna teach you.
I'm a commerce graduate, like,
yeah,
so should not be an issue, I guess.
What I'm trying to tell you, Priyanka, is the only maths it will have is primarily around time value of money. Okay,
yeah.
So we will teach you the present value, future value computations, the loan amortization, all that bit in the time value of money piece. The same thing concept might get used in parts at the later stage in the other elements, but it will have that part of maths only. It will not be very dense mathematics coming and kind of overloading you. It will have a bit of maths only in the first module. That too, first module, first level, personal financial management. You will study time value of money, but then you will enjoy it. Trust me. The students who study CFP, the most enjoyed enjoyed part of the program is that time value of money thing, because then you kind of learn it very practically. You learn it on calculators, you learn it on Excel. It's not like you kind of it's very advanced mathematics. We have done enough of sine theta, cos theta, and the algebra and all the stuff in 10th. So trust me, it's much easier than all those that we have already studied.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much for sharing the insights.
Yeah. Thank you. Ashok, next.
Yeah, Rishi sir, please.
Thank you. Hi, Rajesh.
Hi.
I wanted to know one thing from you is, just give me 1 second. Yeah, I mean, in your slides, I missed one slide actually, or maybe a little information on how many students have actually pursued CFP through your organization. Maybe let's say last 3 years, or maybe in total, if you can give me a sense of that.
The last 3 years, you are saying?
No, maybe yeah, because I think it's been not more than 3-4 years that it's picked up a little pace. I think CFP.
Okay, so we have been teaching CFP for last 18 years, 2002 onwards. That's 18 years done. 19 years is already going on. And in these many years, we would have taught close to 10,000 students. Okay, there are 8,000 plus CFPs as of now in India. As I said, I command close to 80% market share. So these many years, you can see how many CFPs we would have created. But then one question that might come to your mind is, when you go on FPSB website, you will see 1,600 CFPs listed there. That is,
I think it is I think around 1800 something.
1800, whatever.
That's what I saw yesterday.
That is not CFP passed. Those are people who have renewed their CFP licenses year on year. Okay, so every year you are supposed to, like a chartered accountant, you renew your licenses. So you are supposed to renew your license. So for renewal of the license, you need to pay $120 a year and you get your license renewed. Okay, so lot many people do not even go on to renew their license. Like Priya, who was our guest today, she has not renewed her license. Yeah, because once you get into corporate world or practice, you do not need. You say, okay, enough of it. I am happy. I am pleased. I am happy. I'm growing.
Yeah. Okay, so Rajesh, one question here. Let's say, take the case of Priya. She's not renewed her license, but let's say after 3 or 4 years, she thinks of making her own practice. So then she can go and renew, and that should not be a problem with FCFC.
No, not at all. One can always go and renew. There is something called CPD points. You need to attain those 20 CPD points.
Yes.
And CPD points you attain through participating in various activities that financial planning standard boards has listed. And then you get those CPD points, you pay the fees and you can renew.
Linked question with this is, is this, because I'm not much aware about other things. I've been focused on my own things only. That is this a similar case with CFA also, that people do not retain their certifications, and is that a common thing, or is it only specific to CFP that the certification, the people who maintain them is pretty low as compared to how many people have actually passed?
So that happens in most of the programs, Rishi, that people do not go on to renew their memberships. At many places it happens. Unlike a medical profession where it's a mandate to renew your membership. Doctors are supposed to be renewing their memberships, or else they can't practice. So unlike that, in the financial world, that kind of regulation is not there. So people kind of at times do not renew their memberships.
Okay, but I think internationally this would be maybe a mandatory thing that they would be renewing it every year. I'm not aware of just the thought.
It's not mandatory. It's not mandatory, but yes, renewal rates in US is very high because of SEC's constraints there. So SEC does not allow anybody to become a financial advisor or a financial planner. You need to have that license. CFP is one of the processes which makes you eligible to get that license. So because of that, they renew it. Kind of statutory requirement wise, it becomes handy.
Just one more thing. In fact, two more things on this. This linked question is FPSB doing enough pushing with SEBI and all to make CFP more popular in the sense that because the ultimate aim should be for any regulatory bodies to reduce mis-selling. That's what I think is one of the major areas of concern. Anybody would not like to go to a third person for advice if he thinks if he has doubts in his capabilities, or maybe he might just I might lose my money. How do I because I have the same problem with banking in the sense of portfolio managers. I don't trust them actually, RMs and all. I do it on my own because I have a little background of this. But is it that maybe you guys also should be hand in hand in terms of because mis-selling, so how do we reduce it? CFPs is something that they can certainly advertise and maybe prioritize in the next coming years.
Yeah, for sure, Rishi. So the board has started working very closely with SEBI now. And yes, I'm glad to share the program is now recognized by NISM SEBI as well. So that's one. Even for if you want to be a SEBI RIA CFP program is recognized for that. But then going forward, yes, we are working very closely. The board is working very closely with SEBI to make it more industry oriented, to popularize it far more. And you can see, the recent changes like Rajesh Krishnamurthy coming as the CEO for the India liaison office, and then you can see Arun Thukral being nominated here, and then he is also on SEBI's one of the SEBI's advisory panels. So that kind of internal relationships and all that are getting formed. So that's
So,
something that we are also very happy about.
Okay. Rajesh, one more thing. What was I have had a look at CFP practices in Japan and Canada. I think they are being handled by some third parties. I think FSSC board is not handling it directly, because I think there's one CFP board which is for US, specific for US, and for international they have an FCFP board. What was the reason? Maybe you can. It don't go. I don't need you to go into details to maybe say something here and there, but what was the reason for FCFP would to take it over? What was this program lacking something before that they want to improve and make the people more prepared?
So Rishi, in India too, FPSB was being operated as FPSB India earlier. The FPSB India was a separate board. Okay, and that entity was through a different person. I won't name that person on the live thing, but yes, you can call me and I can tell you that background too. So was taken care by a different person, by a different entity. But then FPSB somehow felt that that is kind of diluting the whole idea of the way they wanted to position the program in the country. And that's when they decided that no, now the program will be directly administered by FPSB USA. That will make the program far more powerful, far more rich, and that's when they kind of changed the whole game, the whole plan, and did this. But prior to it, FPSB India was also the way Japan and all other have their own independent. FPSB Australia has a separate board. FPSB India was also a separate board. Now it is the certification that we get comes directly from FPSB USA.
Also, I wanted to know something. If you can give us a sense of when are your batches starting, or what are the early dates for that, and first batch or second batch, so that we have a little time to make up our mind and be ready by when we can make a decision. When are the batches starting now?
Rishi, I am afraid I won't be the right person to answer. I have my team members,
okay.
So they will call
Okay.
you. Ashok, you can take note of his name, Rishi, and please ask Krishan to call him and convey the batch timings.
No, yeah. Okay, no problem, because I have had a word with Krishan once or twice maybe. So I'll get in touch with him once I have details. I mean, you. By the way, how are you? Are you the program coordinator, or how is it? I mean, I have no knowledge of. I mean, I just saw it.
Rishi, I take care of the whole education business for Bajaj Capital Group.
Okay.
I am the CEO for ICOFP.
Okay. Fine. Thanks. That's about me. Thank you very much.
Ashok, next.
Yes, sir. Next is Himanshu Upadhyay. Himanshu, are you there?
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm there. Raish, thanks for a very nice session. I happened to join this course 3 days back, having spoken to Krishan.
Okay.
But the offer has come today. In fact, I was not even aware of what is the full form of CFP, but I was interested in finance, and I searched something on the net and found your website, and I decided to register. I'm now more inclined towards pursuing the course. So, will the offer be available to me also? In fact, I had paid the fees upfront also. The Christian knows the details.
So Himanshu, going by the books, no, but then I appreciate your honesty, your effort that you even joined us today. So rest assured, I'll ask Krishan. We will find a way out so that you kind of get benefited. Yeah.
Thank you much. Thanks.
Last two questions probably are there, Ashok.
Yes, sir. Harsh Modi.
Harsh has already spoken. You haven't lowered his hand.
Dinesh Haria. Dinesh, please unmute yourself.
Yes, my name is Dinesh Haria. I want to know, my age is right now 66 years. Can I do this course?
Okay.
And I have done my BE mechanical. and worked for about 40 years in various companies. Recently retired for a company. I want to pursue this CFP course in future.
Okay. So Dinesh ji, as I said earlier, also we have lot many retired professionals coming and doing the program. I don't know last week, no, 3 weeks ago, if you would have, if you could see this or not, or otherwise you can go and search on YouTube also, you will find it. We had a speaker here, Mahendra Nayak. Now Mahendra happens to be an ISRO scientist. He has spent some 20 years at ISRO. He is an ISRO scientist. Now he is a professor of space research. And he went on to do CFP last 6 years ago only. Yeah, he studied with us. He went on to do 6 years ago only. So, I mean, what I'm trying to tell you is people come with diversified interests, come from army background, come from a space research background, come from engineering background, and especially engineers getting fascinated into finance is nothing new. Engineers, probably for engineers, finance is the second love. You kind of get fascinated with, because as engineers, you already have analytical skills. So you kind of love analysis, love finance, planning, all that. So yes, I can understand you will have interest in CFP program. You will find it very handy as well. Now, it
Age
will
is not a criteria.
come again.
Age is not a criteria to get the.
Not at all. Not at all. Only the minimum age is the criteria. 10 plus 2 qualification and 18 years of age. Maximum age, there is no criteria.
Why I'm asking you? Suppose I do this course.
Yeah.
Can I then work for any USA company from India?
Yeah, you can. You can. Yes.
I can.
Yes.
And typically, how much time I will take to complete this course?
So Dineshji, as I said, what we advise, what we recommend is typically 8 to 10 months, the way we devise the plan. If somebody wants to do it faster, yes, then we will put you into multiple batches. So you kind of run through 2 levels or 2 modules at a faster pace. But ideally recommended timeline would be 8 to 10 months.
And you will give the online teaching and then give some books also that will be in the PDF form, or will it be a hard copy?
No, we will be giving you hard copy printed books, and we will give you ebooks also. So sometimes you see that, okay, the same book in ebook format, same books in the printed hard copy format. So meaning to say, whatever is convenient, you study as and when required. And we will give you the classes, live classes, recording, all the other stuff.
And for one module, how many hours of live classes will you there?
Sir, so different modules, there will be different classes. So first module, let's say if I have to talk about first level, if I have to talk about, so first level will have 3 modules, and you will get in the first, you will get close to 60 hours of live classes and close to 80 hours of video, 60 hours of record class videos plus 20 hours of additional videos.
What are the timing of the classes will be normally?
Sir, again, I am sorry, Dineshji, I will not be the right person to answer. Then I will ask Krishan to call you and tell you the timings and dates.
Last question is, you said that you give $120 sort of discount on the dollar which we are paying. Now, is it from your side, or is this you got some tie-up with the USA board?
Okay, so not $120, sir. It is $150, Dineshji, number one. Okay, and $150 it is being given because I mean, of course, this is a discount that is coming from our side. This is the discount that we are giving, because if you go on FPSB, they will charge you straight away $60 only. They will not give you the discount. The total fee would be $300 for content. But if you go through me, it will be charged $150. So discount is from our side, but this is based on the exclusive relationship that we have with FPSB.
And projects you have to do from home only?
Yeah, project you will have to do at home. Even the examination you can take online from home only.
So there is no need to go anywhere.
Yeah, not at all.
The last question is, internship also is a must?
So internship is, so last, as I said earlier, so it requires 1 year of supervised experience. Okay, so that 1 year of supervised experience you can do under a CFP, or in your case, you already have 30-40 years of experience. So we will have to see, we will have to map, probably you may not even require that experience, additional.
But if that experience is required, you will give assistance to do under some.
Of course, yes. Of course, yes. So we will map you to a practicing CFP faculty of ours. so that you can do internship with him and get that.
That is after passing all the exams 1 year.
Yes, yes.
And then you get a certificate.
Of course, yes.
That means it's almost about 2 years total.
Yeah, if you do not have a prior experience, then getting this certification will take 1 year of exam and 1 year of test. But once you qualify the exam, you can always start practicing. It's not that you will have to wait for your certificate.
But then you say internship can be waived also, or what is the way?
Internship, that 1 year. See, what FPSB says is they need experience from you. The experience can be either minimum 3 years of unsupervised experience into the financial industry, or 1 year of supervised experience under a practicing CFP.
Okay.
So if you, as you said, you already have 30-40 years of experience, sir. So in that case, I will have to look at your CV and see that is it that anywhere 3-4 years out of those 40 years relate to financial experience somehow. If that happens, then you do not need that internship completely.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Okay.
Ashok,
Yes, sir.
there is Harsh saying that he has one more question. If you can unmute Harsh Modi.
I'm unmuting.
And second, Ashok, before we sign off after Harsh, please save all the chat so that if at all we have missed any chat, we will connect to the audience separately.
Already saved, sir.
Okay, yeah.
Harsh, please unmute yourself. And we have a question from Rukmani also, sir, on chat.
Rajeshi, the certificate, this thing I'm not able to understand about the certificate that it was asked by one of the participants that a lot of people are not renewing their license.
Yeah.
So what is the significance of that license, and what is the take of the international board on the renewal of the license, and what impact does the license have regards to my practice, whether I'm practicing in India or I'm serving, let's say, what is the name of the company? If I'm serving these kind of companies over there. So what is this license, meaning this renewal of the license has such a significance, and why people are not renewing it? Are they thinking, no, now that I'm CFP certified, so I don't need to renew the license because I've got the degree? So I'm just a little bit confused on this issue. If you can throw light on that, please.
See, if you go on to work in the corporate world, then nobody asks you that whether you have renewed your license or not. Okay, so that's one. But if you go on to practice, and let's say let's say tomorrow you want to be a SEBI RIA, or maybe you want to be a fee-only financial planner, fee-based financial planner, kind of. Right. So then CFP serves as a license to practice. Then you are ideally supposed to be renewing your license. Though if you want to do an independent practice, there is no catch as such. But if you are a SEBI RIA also, then there is a catch. Then they will ask you whether your license is valid or not.
Okay.
So because of different lacunas in the statutory framework, see, SEBI as of now, the way it regulates the whole of financial advisory, anybody becomes a financial advisor today. That's the whole problem, right?
Yeah.
So CFP is somebody who is is a qualified financial planner, is a qualified financial advisor, but then to practice you are supposed to be renewed. But if you not renew, there is no watchdog coming and saying, hey, you have not renewed. How are you practicing?
Okay. So is there an ongoing training after you become a CFP, so that you are augmenting your skill sets or the learnings and etc. and applying it in the
I
day?
told you that you are supposed to be acquiring 20 CPD points every year. Those
Okay.
20 CPD points are a part of various financial updates, financial talks, trainings happening, being organized by FPSB. You will have to arrange in, and some event will have 5 points, some event will have 2 points. Likewise, you will keep getting updated. And yes, you are even allowed to write articles, blogs, content for FPSB that gets published in FPSB's side, and you get CPD points for that too. So there are various ways that you earn CPD points, and out of all this, you kind of upgrade and then you renew your license.
So basically, in the real estate sector, everybody becomes a broker, and we don't have a licensing system basically also over here like you have in US. But so that's was understanding that itna invest karenge CFP mein, or so licensing is a issue or not an issue. I didn't get that, so that's why this question was.
As it is just a matter of time. You see, SEBI has already mandated that anybody who wants to be doing a financial advisory has to be an RIA.
Okay.
Right? Otherwise, then you can deal in only one product. So let's say I want to deal in mutual funds. I can be a mutual fund agent. I can sell only mutual funds. The moment I go into two products or more than two products, I need to be a SEBI RIA. That thing is already mandated. और ये आज का नहीं, तो 2013 का circular है. But the only thing is the way Indian legal system works. As I said, the watchdog is not that harsh on the policies there right now. But in 2020, they became a little harsh. They started implementing it. They made certain changes, and then the whole talk emerged that SEBI RIA thing, SEBI RIA thing. A lot of people started asking, "अच्छा ये कैसे होगा? क्यों जरूरी है?" and all that. But yes, it's just a matter of time. Maybe another 1.5 years or 2 years, it will get regulated.
So if I am a SEBI RIA plus CFP, then I can sell mutual multiple products of multiple companies basically, product categories of multiple companies. So let's say I can sell insurance of ICICI Lombard and Bajaj Alliance and XYZ, or I can sell mutual fund of like Nippon or ICICI Prudential, etc., etc.
Yeah.
Okay. Thank you so much.
So I don't see any further questions. No raised hands. If at all any question has remained, okay. I see there was a question earlier in the chat written. What is CM in CFPCM? Okay. So the CFPCM, the CM word written as superscript. CM is written as superscript. Okay. So CM is collective mark. A collective mark is a mark of designation owned by an institution. This mark is owned by FPSB. So like as a CA, I can write CA Rajesh Kumar. That's a collective mark. So similarly, CFP is a collective mark which is owned by FPSB. The way they write is CFPCM. Okay, the way they write is CFPCM. You have to suffix it after your name, not prefix it. So there are different ways how collective marks are written. For CA, it is a prefix. It is not suffix. For CFP, it is a suffix, not prefix. Yeah. So anyways, I hope I have answered all the questions, but still if anything is left, we promise that we will call you back. We will connect with you. We will answer everything. Our website address is icofp.org, icofp.org. Yeah. So that's all for today. I am sure you have noted down the numbers from here. I have told you the offers for today. All of you who have been thinking for quite some time, go for it, enroll. We would love to see you soon at ICFP. Thank you so much. Signing off.